Hey everybody, it's your boy Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder of Cinema Draft LLC and blacksandbitcoin.com, where everybody's welcome, but I stay black and loving Bitcoin. Just wanted to give you a recap from my eventful weekend in Charlotte. We had a great time. I also met some very interesting people. Saw some really cool speakers, all these fireside chats without fires. And just want to kind of go over it real quick with you to show you all what you all missed and maybe what we can even look forward to in the future, in these future conferences. This was the Black Enterprise Entrepreneurs Summit. It was held in Charlotte, North Carolina, June 6th through the 9th, 2018. And Charlotte welcomed us with its humidity. My God, that thing is no joke. 1,200 attendees in all. And it was so hot, I had to change my shirt like two times a day. It was bad. It was bad. But we had a good time. Met some really cool people. I would say when it came to, and let's go to the Instagram real quick. Kind of shows you what we were going through. So this was, let's see. Let's go back here. So here's day one. This is day one. Yeah, this is day one. We got there. Yes, yes. Here we go. Day one in the books. First one got there like that Wednesday afternoon, and got there just in time to see Mark Cuban speak in the main hall, which is prefaced by Earl Butch Graves Jr. He is the president and CEO of Black Enterprise, and he had some interesting things to say. One of the things I really appreciated was a quote he had from his father. He said, "The harder you work, the luckier you get." That's Earl Graves Sr., I would imagine. So there was a lot of talk about hard work and entrepreneurship, and the sacrifice you make to be an entrepreneur and to basically live outside the box, the corporate Negro box, I like to call it. And that really kind of set the stage for Cubes. Hold on a second. There you go. Mark Cuban. Oh, wow. Great shot. Super blurry, but that's him, the man himself, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And he basically kind of detailed his rise up from, hustling as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever. That's when he got his entrepreneurial start, to selling broadcast.com right before the dot-com bubble in the late 90s, and to owning the Mavericks. And he actually talked openly about tanking, which I thought was refreshing, about how people are tanking in the NBA in order to get high draft picks to improve their team. And he also alluded to politics. I was actually a little surprised. It sounds like Cuban might be positioning himself to run for president. I mean, to be honest with you, he can't do any worse. So that was pretty much day one in the books. Day two looked a lot like. Well, actually, here's the summary of day two. More of like a collage, as you can say. We start off the morning. Byron Allen, he gave a talk about his entrepreneurial background. I mean, Byron Allen was a comedian. I mean, for those of you who are old enough, who are like my age, I mean, you briefly might remember him as a comedian, but he definitely had his hustle on the entire way. His mother was a really big influence on his life. She essentially created the intern program at, was it NBC? Because they didn't really have one, and she kind of made it. And he was always on sets, so he kind of really got up close and personal with show business, and that's what got him interested into all that. Now he owns Entertainment Studios, which produces some medium fare. I think the last movie they came out with in wide release was Hurricane Heist. Not see that. And also he owns Weather Channel. Black folks controlling the weather. Not bad. This is my friend Melanie's avatar, Melanie Ray. Big shout out to her. Guidedbusinessplan.com. Check it out if you are stuck as a corporate Negro and want to break out the box and start your own business. Bojangles made an appearance in Charlotte. I've only been to Charlotte a handful of times, 2 or 3 times maybe, but each time you got to go see some Bojangles. Cajun filet biscuit and some bow rounds, woo, or some seasoned fries. That's what I'm talking about. And then led into my panel. I think I have some more pictures of that somewhere. My panel, here I am on the left. Our lovely host, Samara Lynn. She's the digital manager of Black Enterprise and the guest on podcast number 15, where we previewed the conference. This is Brian Brackeen. He is the Black Enterprise. He was the Black Enterprise cover boy. Where? I'm not sure if I have that up. Actually, let's just Google it real quick. He's the, let's see, Black Enterprise Brian Brackeen cover images. Yeah, he was on the cover of the convention issue of Black Enterprise. There he goes. Say hello to the new economy. He runs Kairos, Kairos. It's a facial recognition software company, and they launched an ICO which raised $30 million. So please believe I am picking that brother's brain. He was a little more technical oriented, but also very sociable about it. And then we also had Daryl Hubbard. He was the brother in the suit right here. He owns a company. He was very technical. He owned a company called Yetta. They have I think they have like their own type of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I was more of the generalist. I kind of flitted in and out of different specialties that were brought up during the panel. Some hot topics. Basically, everyone was skeptically optimistic about blockchain and cryptocurrency. The room was about maybe halfway full, so we had about 100, 115 people. Hopefully we can get a bigger turnout next year. But from what I was told, from what Samara told me afterwards, that people were really, really energized by it, really, really intrigued, definitely going to get into Bitcoin. I heard a lot of questions about how much should I invest in the Bitcoin? And of course, I have to give my whole thing about how I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. But, I think I'd heard people, financial planners say anything between 1% and 5% of your portfolio. You might want to look into cryptocurrency. Anything you wouldn't really miss or you could afford to lose, basically, because it is highly volatile. What else? The SEC is most definitely watching this space like a hawk. I actually had a nice conversation with a brother afterwards who works with the SEC on some of these regulations things and the technological space. And I asked him straight up, I was like, look, is the SEC really trying to protect investors and really, look out for, the retail investor, or are they just trying to slow cryptocurrency down so Wall Street can catch up? And he was like, it's the latter. they don't want you to win. They don't want you to be great, my man. They don't want you to be great. So that was informative. Another hot topic were STOs, security token offerings, as new ICOs. And that's kind of like, let's get an STO. Like Pink Date, great example. Pink Date, I am very intrigued by them. They're technically an STO, because basically when you buy into their ICO, they're actually going to make sure that in the percentage of the ICO that you actually own, of the company that you own through the coin, through the token, they will pay you out half of their profits to you as dividends. So they are technically a security token offering, an STO. So those are hot topics, because actually I kind of opined that STOs might be the bridge between traditional equity investors who are used to buying stocks and bonds and Wall Street type stuff that might be the bridge from Wall Street world to the cryptocurrency world. So just keep your eye out on that for STOs, security token offerings, companies like Pink Date. I'm not sure. Maybe I can't say for certain. Kairos might be an STO. I'm not sure. But STOs, look them up. Security token offerings. Yeah, the next big thing. Oh wow, there was a summit, I guess yesterday, June 11th. That's interesting. Yes, yeah, and it looks like CNBC's already on it. might be something cool to bring up with our friend Courtney Brown. And then also, what else? And also, I really was, and also people were concerned about regulation and innovation. And basically, my point of view on that was that the U.S. can and is somewhat stifling cryptocurrency innovation because it's an unregulated space. People still aren't exactly sure, how they're going to regulate it. So it's putting a chill on ICO investment in the United States for U.S. citizens. But eventually, it's going to get to a point where the U.S. can either, get in the game and regulate smart, kind of like how we did the internet, or they'll be left behind. It's already starting to happen. I mean, the U.S. is falling behind in innovation to other countries. I mean, it's I've had foreign investors say the U.S. is a bit of a joke right now when it comes to ICO investment because everyone's just steering clear. So whatever the SEC finally decides to do when it comes to regulation, I hope it's smart. I hope it's fair. I hope it favors the small investors because right now it's starting to shape up to be more and more for accredited investors, and those usually require people who have about $1 million in income or assets, and that just is really contrary to everything that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin was about. What else? So, and then also I really stressed the vital importance of the Black community to get into this space and to get in now. As you all know, one of my favorite talking points, why it's never too late to buy Bitcoin and to get in, is that this space, I mean, we are going to go to over $350 trillion worth of assets around the world that are going to be put on a blockchain. We are less than $500 billion right now. I mean, it's time to get in the game, y'all. So it's never too late to get into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. We're just getting started. And everything that we know of is going to be put onto a blockchain. Escrow services, title companies, real estate, banking, voting. It's all going down the chain, y'all. Let's see what else. So that was day 2. That was our panel. Get back to that. And also, I watched my beloved Golden Knights lose. That was very depressing. Go Knights, go! And then there's also like a street fair afterwards, accompanied by my friend Melanie Ray of guidedbusinessplan.com. And there's also like a pop-up pitch that happened, I think, at lunch. So a really jam-packed day 2. Day 3. Day 3 had me just basically generally exploring. Went to a panel on marijuana. This is interesting. The marijuana industry. These 3 entrepreneurs. She works for Fox News. There are 3 entrepreneurs who dealt with marijuana. There's also like a street fair. I think it was called the Taste of Charlotte. So Melanie Ray and I went and walked along through that. Got some food. There she is in action, doing a little pop-a shot for 5-hour energy. And then also I sat in on Sisters Inc., which had 3, talented, beautiful, driven entrepreneurs, all about the sisters, showing sister love and mentorship. Adina Bio, she owns 3 IHOPs in the New Jersey area. Monique Rodriguez, she's the founder and CEO of Mael Organics, hair care company. And the stunning and enchanting Natalie Madeira Cofield, founder and CEO of Walker's Legacy, a women's empowerment foundation. That is her full-time job, y'all. She empowers women in business. It's awesome. And here they are, Natalie, right here in the blue, Adina in the African print, and Ms. Rodriguez in the black and white. Very great, very great session they had. It's very also empowering, I would say, even for a man, sitting in on Sisters Inc. And I'd say that only because Natalie spoke to the struggles of entrepreneurs and how, some people, especially on like a dating site, if you're ever on Bumble or Tinder, you single folk out there, and someone puts entrepreneur on their profile, especially as a man, a lot of women think that, oh, you're just broke. And it's a struggle. You are living outside the norm. You are trying to make things happen and not depending on someone else for your paycheck. It can be a struggle. So I really appreciate that. And she's pretty accomplished, for in and of her own right. Had clients at the CBC, was the CEO of the Austin Chamber of Commerce. Just really go getter. And so I really appreciate what she and everyone else had to say, and how women don't spend enough time connecting with each other, through sisterhood and sharing and mentorship. So go get them, Nat. What else? Oh yeah, I learned how I need to delegate more. I guess as an only child, I was kind of brought up to be the type of person that if you want something done right, do it yourself. That's just me. But a lot of good lessons in that session, even for those of us with Y chromosomes. Okay. Went to an evening gala celebration, awards dinner, Entrepreneurs of the Year. A lot of people I'd never quite heard of, but doing their thing. This is my friend Tiffany Gray, Charlotte local. We hung out after, got some drinks, watched Dub Nation put the beat down. This is the epicenter in Charlotte. Cool nightclub area they have in the middle of downtown Charlotte. And yes, Dub Nation prevailed again. That was my day 3 in Charlotte. And so that pretty much wraps up the recap. Once again, met really great people, had a great time. I also posted some stuff on Black Enterprise. Also posted stuff from Black Enterprise on the Blacks in Bitcoin Instagram. This actually has more of the day 2 cannabis and the law, and this is more from the actual program where I was in. Me and Brian, and I have a video clip. You might want to play 1 minute on what was this one about? Yeah, we can't even quite hear it, so we'll pause that. But yeah, just go ahead and check out our Instagram at Blacks in Bitcoin. Got some photos from the day. Me and Miss Marlin. Me with shirt number 2 of the day, I believe. Man, Charlotte, do some of that humidity. But yeah, we had a good time. And just wanted to thank everyone down there at Charlotte, everyone who I met, the Black Enterprise crew who put on a great event that had everyone energized, over 1,200 attendees. Everyone who attended our panel was awesome. I love spreading the Bit gospel. We appreciate y'all. And just everyone who made the weekend just great. I actually got really sad when I had to leave because just being around so many people, just so about their business in their Sunday best. I mean, everyone was suited and booted. I was woefully underdressed, but it was just great to be in such an environment of positivity and energy. I really could appreciate it. It was fun. So thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for the love. Hopefully, I'll be invited back for, if not that, maybe, what's their next event? Tech Connects, I think that's what they're saying. Tech Connects. That's their tech focused one. I think it's gonna be in San Francisco, in and around my birthday, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see what shakes up with that. I'm not sure if they have their speaker list set yet, but you never know. And also, I don't know, Black Enterprise. Hopefully we'll work together again. Maybe I'll, be able to blog for them sometime. Holla at your boy. But yes, and as always, thanks for supporting the Black Enterprise. Sorry, the Black Enterprise. The Blacks in Bitcoin, Black Enterprise themed podcast. Please support us. Go to our site, blacksinbitcoin.com. Tip if you feel so inclined at the address below. Show your support. Buy some swag, damn it. Go to the Blacks in Bitcoin store. Show your love. Get your decentralized swag. And just thanks everybody for listening. And if you love Bitcoin and crypto like I do, and you're in this space, hodl if you hear me. Peace.